Okay, the bouncy music is over. It's a Saturday night. That means it's Cyberpunk time, folks. Cyberpunk Red with our sitcom that I'm calling CHOOM. The fallout or what happened in the last episode, we're considering that the season ender. And we're starting a new season tonight. And things have happened. But let's see. Richard, who are you playing tonight, and what have they been doing for the last 2 weeks now that you're flush with cash?
Hi, I'm Richard, and I am playing Laszlo Falcon Sane, the cyberdoc of the group. No, cyberdoc's not the right word. Medtech, that's the word. Yes. And what have they been doing for the last 2 weeks? I guess eating things which are guaranteed non-human. Guaranteed non-human meat. I'm not really sure what he would be doing now that he is flush with cash. Well,
are you the sort of person that now that you're flush with cash, more cash than you would probably earn in 5 years, would you continue to do your job or would you quit?
No, I would continue to do my job.
Okay.
It's the human interaction that I get that I enjoy most out of my forensic pathology. Yeah.
Okay. So you continue to do your job. What is the most obvious sign that Laszlo is now wealthier than he's been before?
Again, I don't know. Nothing here is particularly. Oh, I guess branded meals. Like instead of coming in with a cup of coffee, it will be a cup of Starbucks or whatever. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, he's got the full-on commercial high-grade food that he's showing up to work with. There we go.
Yeah. Gold medical bags.
I like it. Next, Michael, who are you playing, and what have they been doing for the last couple of weeks? And then the follow-up question: what's the most obvious sign that Gold Siren now has some cash?
All right, so obviously Gold Siren, so I'm playing our resident rocker girl. She's been living full throttle since she got the cash. She is just exploded her publicity for her new album. Got somebody on that can actually design it better than she could.
You hired a marketing campaign.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see. Part of her marketing campaign is that she is doing only local grown food and then going to those different people and highlighting them as part of her local tour.
Okay.
The major purchase that she's working on right now is trying to get a place to live away from Ollivander at this point.
Right. So you've been doing some shopping around, trying to find that perfect place, maybe a better neighborhood, or maybe just an okay neighborhood, if not a great neighborhood.
Any neighborhood that Nancy doesn't know I live in is an okay neighborhood.
So another continent. All right, fair enough. And so the obvious sign of wealth is that you've got this marketing campaign that's really throwing your stuff out there in high gear, and you're all over the vids promoting local produce growers, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Jameis, who you playing? And answer those two questions.
I'm playing Alina Wakelam. She's the tech girl with a bit of nomad to her. One of the weeks she spent getting therapy from Sebastian, because that was more sane than the rat. Otherwise, she is looking for space to set up her own sort of tech lab / garage.
Okay.
So she's been working on sort of putting it out there that, hey, I can afford now to get a tech lab / garage. That's probably, the main thing about, hey, she's been looking at stuff that obviously she can't afford, so she must have somebody who's come to her. Yeah.
So it's low key. People that knew you real well would understand this, but it's low key though, right? Fair enough. Kelly, tell us about your character and answer those questions.
Hello, I'm Marius, dental enthusiast, karate cop, practitioner, and occasional net runner. So, it's funny. Just after I got the money, Sensei reached out to me and said that I need a lot of extra private one-on-one training. It's rather expensive, unfortunately, but apparently you need this to go to Orange Belt. So, I've been there a lot, and and then he sold me this really special gi that's supposed to make me better. It's got like it's like a racing stripe, but it's a karate chop stripe on it, they call it. So that's where my money's gone. I've kind of tempted to hire a netrunner, but I haven't gotten around to that. I've been too busy and too tired after karate class. So
That's how you know you're flush with cash. You hire someone to do the jobs that you normally do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't had much luck with the net running. I don't really feel that it's not as good as my karate or my dentistry so far. So you have to work with your weaknesses and your strengths.
Please tell me you've put improvement points into getting a dentistry school.
I haven't put points into anything. I don't have enough yet.
New school, dentistry.
He's doing like the back alley dentistry when people just give you a couple of bucks to pull out a tooth.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Nancy to come back and show me some more advanced techniques. So
yeah. Hey, but at least you got the dental kit, and that's what makes it, professional.
Yeah. I call them pliers, but yeah.
Well, yeah, there's that. Steven, tell us about your character and answer those two questions.
Oh boy. Well, I'm Steven. I'm playing the Turkish solo Pinball who lives his life like a video game. What has he been doing with his money? Well, he's got a few purchases. He got one of the things that every solo should have, and that's some subdermal grips to link him up to his smart guns that he already had, but couldn't actually use properly. Other than that, he's planning out some things. He's always had his eye on that Militech Crusher shotgun, and so got one of them. And actually, the rest of the things he's been doing with his money is he's been running himself ragged, settling scores for people that normally come him, but he's been doing it pretty much pro bono.
Okay.
Usually they had to come to him, pay him some cred, get that girl out of the abusive boyfriend's place with all her stuff. He's making these things, permanent, settled, help that grandma with her gang problem. Because, she represents the 76th Cribs, and, those other guys are the 87th Street Red guys. And, Grandma not having that. She needed some backup. And then he's just, after all that's settled during the day, he goes out at night to make an appearance at a club, make sure he's seen and known. And then he just, actually goes home bed early after paying for some drinks. It's been a very whirlwind week for Pinball.
Okay. I kind of get the idea that in virtual space, Pinball's avatar has like a little plaque that says, "This solo has X amount of credits." It's the bar slowly dwindling as people are asking you to do things. Right. Okay. So
giving back to the neighborhood, because
that,
I might be dead soon. Who knows?
Yeah. So that was 1 week after the ending of last season. You guys did your job to earn your 500,000 each retainer, which involved giving a name to Ollivander. Well, technically, it was the name of his family members and the name of his dog to Ollivander. Yeah. So that happened. You did your job.
We'll have to get the guy a dog so he can take out the dog.
Yeah. So it's a week before the new month. Night market usually takes place in the first week of the new month. Rent's usually due on the first week of the new month. And who's an early riser? Who usually checks out the scream sheets in the mornings before you, or whenever you get up to start your day?
Pinball would, but he's probably not the earliest riser. But this is a
depending on what she's up to. Elena may still be up for the night before working on things. So
Okay, fair enough. Let's go with Elena. You seem to okay. So Elena has put her hand in the air. So Elena, you've got your news feed. They give you highlights on certain things that come up, and you've got keywords that will throw things into your news batch as need to look at immediately. And things have been fairly quiet. Like Ollivander has been out of communication since you dropped the information that he required. Haven't heard a peep from him. Haven't heard anything about the new night market that should be going up next month. Usually by this time, he at least knows where it's going to be held at, because it's got to get word out on the street to where the night market's going to be. Got to give folks at least a week or so. It's not happened. Your assistant goes off as some keywords have come across the news, including Ollivander's real full name. And it's a big headline. This happened in the wee hours of the morning. Of course, you were awake all night. Apparently, there was some huge gang battle that happened conveniently at a certain barbecue restaurant in the surrounding blocks, which caused major fires, explosions. The scream sheets are saying that the gangs are well armed. They came with military grade ordnance. It was a big block fight. And then they're giving the list of folks that were either injured or killed. And there were a lot. There were a lot, including the entire city block had like gas and water mains had ruptured. It destroyed a lot of property. But amongst the dead listed are Ollivander and his daughter. And there's a small write-up about it because Ollivander actually was a little known in the community. His day job, under his real persona, he was a real estate guy. So it's like local businessman, casualty in gang turf war, daughter also found, et cetera, et cetera. There's like 100 people that died and another 100 that got injured during all of this, including that the area has been cordoned off because of ruptures to gas and water mains. At least that's what the news is saying.
So Ollivander's listed as dead? Or just
Ollivander is in the dead list along with his daughter.
Oh.
But not his wife, his ex-wife. Ex-wife? Was she still his wife? I forget.
She's not listed as being dead or injured.
The daughter was already dead.
It's obviously some sort of big cover-up or something.
Yeah. I'm going to send through a ping to the other agents of my friends / compatriots. So I'm just going to get it to flash up. So if they're near waking, it's probably going to wake them up. But if they're sound asleep, probably won't.
Okay. This lady Laszlo had a late shift, and you're just returning to the Coffin Hotel. And as you're coming up to the floor, the hallway is filled with the residents of the Coffin Hotel. Everyone that not new faces. These are all the people that live here other than you, from the floors above and below you. And they're all just kind of like sitting in the hallway. Some of them they're all out in front of your door. Every once in a while, somebody just exasperated walks up to the door, knocks on the door. There's no answer.
I can't hear any loud music coming out from the door or anything. There's no obvious reason why they'd be crowded around here.
No, not at all. And you know that your roommates typically aren't up very early unless Rackham is up all night working. It's not unusual that nobody would be answering the door.
All right, well, I do the usual thing when I see a crowd of people around a place. They're probably looking for a dead body or something. So head down and go, "Excuse me, doctor coming through. Move aside, move out of the way."
When they see you, everybody starts yelling in your general direction, asking about rent increase, asking about do they still have a place to live? Everybody's like shaking their agents in front of you. There's some text on there. You have no idea what it is they're asking about, but everyone is just clamoring to get your attention. And coming up behind you, up the stairwell, because your elevators rarely work. It's a well-dressed man carrying a briefcase, tailored suit. He doffs off a very nice hat, and he's looking around at all these people. His eyes are really wide.
Get him.
Everybody rushes the guy and starts asking him the same questions that they were asking you, giving you an opportunity to slip into the door.
Yeah, I'll check my agent, see if I've got a similar message. Then, since we've all got individual coffins, so we should like have individual leases, etc.
Right. Nothing in your box.
If it's happening at the same time, you should get that forward from me about the thing.
Come through about the same time that you creep into the door.
Okay. Well, I mean, if Iliana, what is your name? Rat girl? I mean, if she's up reading newspapers, then I will like go over and check I didn't, misspelled my agent address or something. And rent increase? Have you heard?
What rent increase? I mean, we
Okay,
haven't
not
paid
just
rent
me.
for the past month or so because Oliver contacted us about it.
Oh. Everyone outside is. Oh, maybe we own the building now. Maybe he gave it to us. I don't know.
I don't know.
Everybody else is talking about rent increase, and somebody outside in suits who I taught them to get. So
Perhaps Ollivander uploaded himself like his daughter and now runs everything electronically.
So you guys are talking outside of Rackham's coffin. So your voices are carrying, and so that probably wakes up everybody else. So the rest of you hear some conversation going on in the hallway. Surprisingly, your common area is fairly well noise insulated, so you guys aren't hearing what's going on in the hallways.
Well,
in other words, the other PCs can come and join us.
Yeah.
no, I lock them in their comments.
Email, right?
Sorry. I was preparing all my guns in case we were being invaded. What is going on out there?
Rent increase or something.
Oh, it's a good thing I have the guns.
There was man coming upstairs who was well dressed and did not seem to, fit in with.
Oh no! Is it Scott Brown?
People.
If it's Scott Brown, I do not mess with him.
Did not recognize him.
Well, maybe they're hiring. Scott Brown is not that bad to hire. I could look good in suits. You think I should buy a suit? What do you think? Yes? No?
Well, as everybody comes out of their coffins, probably way earlier than most of you would prefer, your agents go off.
Definitely.
You're getting a message from one Mr. Jenkins, attorney at law, with so like his essentially his business card flashes across first, but then the text below it is just "Help me! Please open your door."
Oh no, it's a lawyer. It's a trick.
I sent back a reply saying for a price.
I'll go get the door.
I mean, if he does hire,
100 credits shows up on your agent.
Oh man, we've been paid. Now it's a job. Laszlo, why you do this to me?
Oh, the job is only to open the door, not to let him in.
It said help me, and you said help for 100 credits. That's very open-ended.
No, it said
He's
help
a lawyer.
me. It said help me open your door. So we can open the door, but we don't have to let him in.
Gold Siren's done it.
All right,
no.
you open the door, and the lawyer kind of like crawls in as the rest of the residents of the Coffin Hotel try to drag him back. Now that the door is open, you can hear them all yelling, having questions about rent increase and like the pipes don't work. What are you going to do about the bad water? And you pull the lawyer in, door shuts, quieting everybody on the outside. They've shredded his nice looking coat. His tie is disheveled. He's panting really hard. He's got a death clutch on his briefcase. And he looks up. Gold Siren. Thank you.
Do you work in an office because you pulled the short straw?
I need coffee.
Yeah. So you hold up the finger and you walk into the kitchen making the coffee.
Apparently she needs drugs to talk to lawyers, so do not take it personally.
Oh, it's not the first time people have told me that. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance. I'm Kyle Jenkins, attorney at law, representing the Ollivander estate.
Are you the only lawyer or just the one that pulled the short straw?
Well, no, I'm his personal attorney. I work for a corp, but Ollivander was my client. Well, to be more precise, Mr. Richardson.
Well, we appreciate you
real
using
name.
the name that we recognize him by. Yes, thank you. Heretofore referred to as Ollivander. Got it.
Can you help me up? I seem to have thrown my back out crawling here.
Well, we have a doctor.
Yeah. For a fee, I can certainly help you.
Oh man,
another 100 comes up on your agent.
Let me see your
Careful.
back.
Careful,
Yes.
Laszlo. They can sense weakness.
All right. Well, I take a look at his back and I do a little fix if I can.
Shove the knee in there. There's a satisfying crack. I can feel my toes again. Thank you. Are you? Yeah, it looks like you're all here. There was also a Nancy on the lease. Is there a Nancy here?
God, I hope not.
Oh, well, the majority of you are here, so I suppose under the normal legalities of things, you can speak for her.
Well, she may be dead. We do not know.
Well, even better, I suppose. He rifles through.
Truly.
He opens up his briefcase, and legs pop out of the bottom, and basically turns it into like a little work desk. And there's a little computer top there. It's like, I need your thumb or retinal print or just a signature here before we discuss anything.
Before we even discuss anything, how did you get here?
Well, Mr. Ollivander.
No, I mean, did you drive? Did you take a taxi?
I had a cab drop me off.
Okay, so no protection needs to be arranged for your ride. Okay.
No. I had very strict instructions not to drive a nice car here and to take a cab, and a specific cab company at that, sir.
Dang it. I was hoping we'd get a little bit more money out of protection. Oh, well. C'est la vie.
Sebastian climbs up and looks in the retinal scanner.
He pulls out like what would you call it? Oh man, mace. It's like, oh, rat! He's about to mace your rat.
I pull out
not
a
do that.
gun.
Okay.
No one maces the rat.
But I'm sure.
Also, the rat is probably on the list.
Yeah.
I'm sure
The rat's name is Nancy.
Oh, that's unusual. Okay. Puts the mace away. Anyway, this is I'm here for the dispensation of Mr. Ollivander's property. It's very important that I say that, as Mr. Richardson and Mr. Ollivander, legally speaking, are two separate entities. One has a wife, the other doesn't.
I can make it so they neither have wife.
That's beyond the scope of what my instructions are, sir. But please, if you all would thumbprint, retinal, or just a signature here, please.
Yeah, Marius will walk up there and give the thumbprint.
I do a signature.
Yeah, signature.
Yep. It looks like he's doing his computer. I mean, he's got a monitor. It's not going through a digital eye or anything. You can see that it's doing actually a comparison by what you gave him. So at some point, Ollivander has gotten your retinal, your fingerprints, and your signature. So it's comparing on a database.
We're in Copenhagen House. I'm sure it's got more than that from us.
You can spit in a cup. No. Okay. Yeah. Verification. Yes. Right. I'm here in the legal dispensation of Ollivander's properties. I am to understand that Mr. Ollivander paid you a retainer, a substantially large retainer, for some work that you did for him. That was Mr. Richardson's, the totality of his liquid assets. And I am instructed here to make the balance of said payment off of certain properties that Ollivander owned. As you've all signed here, you're now the legal owners of this property, this building, and its dispensation. All the contracts are now filed. He pushes a button with the city. And I was also supposed to give you this data packet. Hands over whatever the ubiquitous thumb drive in the Cyberpunk Red universe is. Detailing the contacts that Ollivander uses to set up a night market. Did I get that wording right?
Yes.
Anyway, this constitutes the remainder of Mr. Ollivander's properties, and I'm asked that this is the complete dispensation of whatever work it was you had done for Mr. Ollivander. Payment in full.
Is okay. I always knew he was underpaying us all this time, but this seems generous. Do we have to contest with one wife, legally speaking?
As I said, the entity of Ollivander is legally distinct from that of Mr. Richardson. As I understand it, Mr. Richardson depleted all of their liquid assets to pay you the initial holding funds, leaving his wife with the home and a great deal of debt.
Oh, good.
That sounds nice.
Works for me.
Good on her. She deserves it.
So,
Person.
do we like get each? Are we each going to like split this building up? We each take a floor, manage a floor, or something like that. How do you want to do this?
If we are kicking everybody out, then you need to go and tell everybody outside that they are now homeless. Okay?
Why didn't-
I mean,
We'll
you
just send
should
it to the
go
agents.
personally to the first floor lady. You know who I'm talking about. She has a big crush on you.
Yeah, I think I'll just not. I'll just jump out the window.
Your window. You can do that now.
But is it my
I'll bet
window?
you that for you.
Who owns which? Are we splitting everything equally, or do we just partition it?
I think we need to form a company so we are legally not liable for direct things if everything goes.
Apparently, we're rent increasing also from what everyone's
Well,
saying.
maybe they got. I mean,
Yes, all the tenants were sent an automated message from the city that the ownership had changed hands this morning. Unfortunately, I couldn't get here prior to that. City was supposed to wait until afternoon. I don't think they did. I know.
Well, as the city
didn't.
likes to screw people over, they always say it's afternoon somewhere.
In fact, that's true. Yeah. This should conclude the business, my firm and myself. The last. No.
we have questions.
I don't know that I have answers, but I'll try.
Hidden legal fees?
Taxes on the property are all paid up through the year.
Can we sell the property immediately? Because this is terrible.
Of course, you would need to find a buyer, but yes.
Oh, nobody will buy for them. Us? Oh, man, that's even worse. Oh, now we are linked to this building. And since Nancy is not here, can we kick her out? Yes, no?
No, well, let's just wait a bit on that. She's probably coming back.
I think we should make decisions like that on a vote. If you want to go ahead and take one now, it'd be kind of...
No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't do that on an empty stomach. Wait till she comes back, cooks us a nice meal, and then we can discuss it.
For the delayed acting poison with which he has an antidote to sway the vote with.
Well, how can I predict the future?
Like, I just...
Make us give her the building.
Well, all of you are registered as the legal owners for the property. How you decide to break it up is up to you. It's not really no incorporation was formed for this. You're just all equal owners, legally standing. And again, there's no taxes or anything owed back on it. Paid up till the end of the year.
Just to be clear, Scott Brown is not going to try to horn in on the territory, is he?
I don't know us. He's looking through his. I don't know a Scott Brown.
He is also in real estate. He is terrible.
They prefer combat zones.
We are in combat zones.
Or as they like to call it, future expansion zones.
Do we have do you have proof, certificate of death for Ollivander?
Oh, yeah, of course. That was filed this morning. It's in the data packet you have there.
Oh, good.
And one
along
for his
with
daughter
the-
as well. Does that happen to be in there?
I would assume so. She's not listed at any line of inheritance.
I'm going to open the data packet on my agent and start having a look through it.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty dense. It's basically a list of all the vendors that generally and how to contact them in various ways that usually sell at the night markets. There's a list of contractors and real estate people that he usually tapped to set up the night markets. Like if he knew a real estate person just acquired a property but wasn't going to show it for another week, he would cut him in, use the spot, etc. But I mean, it's a good, healthy list of contacts, especially for the vendors, as most of them were dealt with illegal items. So having easy way to contact some of these folks, that's some good data.
Yeah, because we've all got great management skills in setting up my packet.
Yes. Well, speak for yourself. Should we incorporate? We have lawyer right here. He could probably set something up for us.
Is that some sort of conflict of interests, given you're represented? No, the other person's dead now, so...
Yeah.
I can leave you. Well, you have my card. You have my information there. If you would like to do that, just schedule with my office, please. He's starting to fold up his desk information. He's starting to edge towards the door.
Oh, and you will come back here, yes? Oh, good.
Another meeting place would be fine. I'll spring for dinner or lunch.
Oh.
Okay. We can let you go for a small fee with for an escort.
Jenkins.
The escort very cheap.
Might be.
He just pauses for a second with a finger hovering over his agent, and bloop, 100 credits come across.
Take the fire escape.
Fire escape? Oh,
no.
We need to make sure those are up to code now. Oh, God.
He paid the money. I will lead him out. Call up your taxi.
Yeah, do it in the safe way that you're not both going to get mugged on. Fire escape.
Yeah, but the fire escape may not be as safe as you were thinking. Have you seen Sherlock Holmes? He has been doing his experiments outside with the bees.
You know how
Bombing
like some
bees?
buildings have like fake cameras to make it look like it's actually, safe and there's somebody watching? You're pretty sure that Ollivander has fake fire escapes
I
that
have
look
helped.
good from the outside, but probably won't hold your weight.
I have helped duct tape those back to the wall.
Even Sebastian won't go.
Right. So are you going out the back or out the front?
Out the front. I open them, and I'm like,
And then everybody, as soon as the door opens, starts yelling,
door
asking
gun.
about. Yeah. So you push through.
Everybody back up!
They give you a room, but everybody's waving their agents, asking, "What's the rent increase? Why haven't you fixed my water?"
I haven't fixed shit because I got a shotgun right now, and I'm about to put some holes in some walls. Make sure you're not standing in front of them.
So you escort Mr. Jenkins down. So he gets in his cab and speeds off. So you're left with this cube of data, and apparently you're now the owners of this. Congratulations, you're now slumlords.
Every punk's and edge runner's dream. To be the man
what's the
oppressing the other
insurance
man.
on this place if it happens to accidentally get blown up?
If you want to look into the documentation, yes, he does have insurance on the place.
I mean, Sherlock Holmes already lives here. So
You're not sure what the place is actually valued at, but it's tax assessed for an even mill.
I fight my way back up to the room, and I'm like, "No, Grandma, get back to your first floor dungeon. Back with you.
I want a third floor room."
The third floor does not have any rooms. I kick her off. Back.
Yep. Yeah, the hallway's still filled with tenants wondering what's going to go on. Right. So, you guys, again, proud new owners, proud new slumlords, and apparently been put in charge of the night markets if you wanted to do anything with that. You got a week until it would normally happen.
Okay. What should we be doing now, fellows?
So does this mean we get everything at the night market at cost?
We make the arrangements
this
and take
means-
something off the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long does if you spend improvement points, is that an immediate thing, or does it like you have to spend a week training up the skill? Or
You can just assume, this is sitcom rules. So yeah, just spend
Supposed
it.
to be
assume you
between
got it.
sessions, but yeah.
I just don't want you doing it like between, like we're in the middle of combat and we're picking up in the middle of combat. You've had downtime, so yeah, you can pick up whatever you want.
I need more dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ollivander had a carpool that I used. Who's in charge of that now?
All of those got blown up. There is no car.
It's not listed under Ollivander's holdings, so it must have been under his real name, which he might have sold to pay you off.
I technically have access to something as part of my Nomad pack, so
Yep.
I've got to have something here.
But
Luckily, he liquidated everything he had because he has on many occasions said he was not a rich man. Of course, we knew he was lying to us, but he likely meant he did not have great liquid assets.
Yeah.
Which
He was just highly leveraged.
has liquidated for us.
Dog. Dog apparently wants to join. He heard there was a rat playing.
I definitely want to look into getting a platinum package for Trauma Team. I'll put up the building as collateral. I think that's only a good thing for me.
Well, you could put up
That's
1/6 of the building as collateral.
Well, if we go and set up an LLC and you just give me signing authority, I'll manage the building.
Okay,
You wanna manage the building.
new rule. Marius does not manage things.
This could work. This could work.
Explain how.
It detaches us from the building.
Oh no, you'd still get profits though. Like you're still involved.
Exactly.
I'm just like the property manager who has signing authority to do everything I need to do with the building, including Trauma
Sign
Team,
it away.
lease some new vehicles, and
But again, we're part of the profit structure. Even if he signs it away, that's kind of a win for us. But I don't want to manage this thing.
right.
I don't even want to live here, let alone own it.
Well, you can make a nice penthouse suite or something.
So anybody got any particular skill in business or in like bookkeeping, anything like that?
Absolutely.
Be under education.
Have you seen what I
Yeah,
pay for
there's
karate? I have no business.
Accounting, bureaucracy, and business are the 3 schools that would be relevant.
Yeah. If anybody's got those,
put one in each right now.
I was thinking that actually. I was thinking that. That's
Yeah.
why I asked about the IP.
you're
I'm
welcome to.
contemplating that.
It
What
just
was the
happened to-
Sorry, what was it? Business? No, it was accounting, business, and what was the third one?
Bureaucracy.
Those would be
Yeah, I
the
am not
3 that
smart
would
enough
be
to do
relevant.
any of that.
I don't think I can spell bureaucracy, so no.
I have
Oh,
an
you are a
education.
business manager, right? The building manager, are you? Okay, yes. You sound to have the right intelligence to do these things.
Like, I think that the night market is a good thing we should get involved in. Don't
It's
even
very,
Be the
it's
face for
very
that.
useful for the community to have a night market. It's been very one of the key points that brings the community together once a month. Is to have the
It
night
is why
market.
we have a community.
Yes. So I'm with you that we need to have one, but yeah, we know nothing about running anything like this.
And Elena doesn't need to be tied down 24/7 trying to fix this place.
I could
I mean,
attach
which is
some
why I think
walking stilts
Tamari-
to it so we can move somewhere better.
Yeah.
We give to Mars, have him run it. If he messes it up, insurance month.
Oh, so I don't kill him.
Wait,
What?
what?
Why are you
Where did that plan come from?
I mean, I have killed people for much less money than $100,000 share in a building.
Listen, Nancy's going to take care of that eventually. She's going to take him out too. It doesn't matter.
Nancy
Well,
would
I know.
never do that. I don't know
We
what you're
might be
talking
the
about.
collateral damage.
Well, that's possible, but she'd never intentionally hurt me. I can't speak for you guys.
so nobody has a skill. Does anybody want to try a roll anyway, just to look over the records to see if they can make any heads or tails out of anything?
Sure, I'm actually pretty smart.
just
Which one do you want?
Dumping
Counting?
points and editing my sheet.
Any of the 3, and more than one person can look at it since you're all kind of looking over the data.
Which one seems most appropriate? Accounting,
Accounting or business.
I will go with
Business.
business.
You did better than me, and I got some points.
Okay. Well, the base stuff you both can come out. Just adding on your fingers a little bit and looking at the records of the apartment. The place is definitely worth more as the what I'm trying to say. The location. He's only pulling in about $300,000 a year in rents.
I was paying him more than that,
Maximum
surely.
occupancy is 40 people. That's how many cubes there are. And everybody's paying about 500, some a little bit less, some a little bit more.
And how many people are in here now?
You're not at full occupancy.
There's like 5 of us, and we each spawn someone, so about 10ish.
There's 10 cubes per floor, 4 floors.
Yeah.
We're running about half
Really-
occupancy right now.
Really populated a couple of people.
Oh, you know what suddenly occurs to me is if we are the people who own this business now, we can see where Nancy is paying for her coffin from, which account she is using.
Yep.
think I like
Let's
where you're
see.
going
I got
with
it
that.
right here.
Yeah, that's going to take a little bit more of a. Well, actually, Pinball did really well on that, so I'll let that ride. Pinball.
Really well, yes.
Nancy basically paid in cash for a year in advance.
She prepaid in
Yep.
cash.
Oh well. It was an idea.
Let's see.
Can I send
I'm
Of
owner.
Nancy?
course, Nancy
private
doesn't
message?
know
You have
that we
keys?
can still keep charging her rent.
We just up the rent. Way high.
What's up the rent? What are you mad?
Just for Nancy.
Oh, just for
Just
Nancy,
for
of course,
Nancy.
yes. Absolutely. I vote yes.
As manager of the complex, I veto the vote.
You're not manager yet.
We're not doing vetoes.
Well, when I'm manager, I'm instituting vetoes.
Okay, you are not the manager. Oh man, am I going to have to take on more responsibility? Do not tell me I'm taking on more responsibility. Laszlo, are you still working as a doctor? Do you need a day job?
I am just getting back from having worked as a doctor. I would like to go to sleep, really. Please.
Oh, okay. So did you both guys roll accounting, or no? You both
I
rolled
had rolled
business.
accounting.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
rolled accounting.
yeah. If anybody wants to try accounting,
All
look
right.
at the same numbers. Oh, Elena, that's pretty good. Okay. So you don't know if it's good or not. But out. So you knew what he got in revenue last year. You know, it's about 300,000. Out of that, he spent less than 5,000 in repairs and upkeep on the property.
Ends up being slow.
It does
Yeah,
show.
it's a slump.
It shows.
It shows really strong.
There's mostly just R cube on this floor, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, this is
On the floor,
it's
just
all
back there.
yeah. There's 10 cubes per floor. Each floor is basically there's a hallway, and then you've got the common area, and then there's 10 cubes around the common area.
Somehow Elena's got a little gold pince there perched on her nose as she's looking over documents.
Let's see. How much space on our floor isn't being used, or is it just all this cubes in common area?
That's it. Each floor is your common area and your cubes. That's what's on each floor.
Yeah. We're using 5 of our, well, with Nancy, 6 of our 10 cubes are being used by
Mhm.
us at the moment. The other 4.
And then there's a dead body in one of them.
And there was a cat in another at one point.
At
The
one
cat
point,
ran
yeah.
away.
Yeah, we got rid of the cat with the.
That was in
GI.
last plus.
Mhm.
And that's pretty much true for the other 3 floors. They're not at capacity.
You mean there's a dead body in each of them?
Could be. Could be. We
I
haven't
think
checked.
I don't know. On inspection,
Well,
I like
I'm thinking we kick out Nancy and make our pods double. Yeah.
It would be nice to
Nah,
stretch.
never mind. Gold Siren's moving out anyway. I will have a
it.
very nice
Modular,
cube.
you can't hook them together. I've already tried.
Anyhow, I'm thinking, Myers, did you want like a private dojo in one of these floors?
Oh well, no, I've got a dojo right now. They're fine for now. It's I'm only a yellow belt. I don't think I should be teaching anyone until at least I get green.
Oh, I was thinking for you to invite instructors over to train at your leisure, but you do you. Laszlo, did you want to build a clinic in one of these floors? We can probably get a spot for you to run shop out of your home.
Sure sounds like
friend?
Pinball is just going to kick everybody to the curb.
Yeah.
No, we're just gonna
Yeah.
go prep. We got plenty of space.
Pinball, you need to
Yes.
think long-term considerations of, fine, we've got it for now, but soon we have to pay for this damn thing. And We need people here in order to give us money for rent so we can pay for
Yeah,
the
but we
building.
can consolidate them into the same floors.
Sell it to them as so the rent doesn't have to go up. We're bringing some business in here and consolidation, people on the same floors. So it's not a beautiful move, but it's going to be for our best.
I mean,
going
we should
forward.
really, and for targeting these places, we should probably get the ones with the. I was already hearing broken pipes. You gotta fix that.
We need more people like Nancy. She pays up front, pays for the year, guaranteed income.
And then goes away. So we can rent out the cube again.
Right? We can double dip.
The problem is if she comes back and somebody's in her cube, she will slit their throat.
That sounds like their
not our
problem, not
problem.
ours, right?
Yeah.
So long as that person that's paid up front, that is okay, I guess.
Right? Right? We only take people that pay up front for a year.
Reputation.
Yeah.
I won't get
Sounds like a lot of gentrification about to go on here.
No, I mean, I do not want. I mean, this is a residential place, not a business. I do not know what happens if we try to put a business in a residential thing. But I think it
You're
probably
talking
costs a lot of
zoning.
money and bribes.
That sounds
and
awful.
things.
Also,
Just
if
I
you
mean, if we
have
do legal.
a business, then people come and annoy you and want things. And
Yeah.
yeah.
I certainly do not want a clinic, especially not with my license, given I am a forensic pathologist. I do not wish the dead walking into my place. The business. It's not good.
All the cubicles are set to like minus 10 degrees so that you can keep bodies in them.
I mean, they just bring you
sorry.
the body, you operate them, they take them away or something.
I suppose it would give Marius a lot more people to practice dentistry on, though. But,
You could
you
put
know,
a dentist shop
probably
down there.
probably not. No.
Dead bodies and dentistry. This sounds great.
The only problem is the dead don't bleed, so it's hard to tell if I'm doing it right or not.
Oh, don't worry. They don't bleed, but the blood will still splatter if you drill too hard.
And they don't scream, so it's tough to know when I'm doing it right, because if they're screaming, it's probably right.
No, that is not how that works.
But that's how I learned. They were screaming, and Nancy said I was doing it right.
And I was there also telling you were doing it wrong and stopped you immediately.
That can't be. That's not right.
You did shred his tongue that time.
Nancy said
It's
to
been
do
a long
that.
night, so I'm going to go to bed, and I want off to my.
It's the morning. I'm just getting back in.
Well, I have to go to the dojo. Sensei says that I need to spend an extra 6 hours a morning practicing by myself before he wakes up. And it only costs me double for these hours, so I think it's a good deal. I better go. I don't want to pay for a no-show.
Why? Is that triple?
Oh, quadruple.
Oh,
They're very
Well, there was
serious.
a whole thing about, since they gave you a key to the dojo, they had to get indemnity insurance on you. Of course, that cost money. And
Yeah.
Oh,
I kinda
Marius,
don't.
your training, it hurts me so much.
Well, you should see how I feel
Your
by the
sheer skill and presence emits such a fierce aura. It gives me a migraine whenever you talk about it.
Yeah, so don't worry. It's all for the better good of my orange belt. One of these years, I'll have it.
well, you're paying for the fast track program now. So
Exactly.
Weary sigh, weary sigh.
okay, well, some of you, have had a long night. Need to get to bed. You don't hear anything in the hallway. Either the crowd is dispersed or they're just lying in wait to pounce on someone.
Maybe I'll take the window
Mario,
safe.
I mean, what was it like when we let the lawyer out? They were still there, right? At that
Yes.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to load up some beanbag grounds? I can get them to go home.
No, I mean, we can just say, hey, we do not know. So,
They
We
don't
do
know.
know.
Are the
We're not
owners.
raising the rent right now.
okay, well, you can tell them that. You can knock on door to door
We're going to do our best to not.
individually.
Actually, the rental contracts are all readily available, so you've got everybody's addresses. I mean, you could just spam all the addresses.
I can finally learn the name of that guy that I always nod to in the hallway to. Oh, this is great.
His name's Chip.
Oh,
Unfortunately, the name's corrupted on the form, so still don't know.
Oh, dear.
I don't understand. That's like the guy that lived there before. They never changed his name. Funny.
Mhm.
All right. I will go speak to the unwashed masses out there because the pipes are broken and no one's taking a shower.
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna go with you because I speak nice. As soon as I finish the coffee.
Because I am fantastic at people. Shooting them mainly, but I am fantastic at people.
Let's go.
You got to start somewhere, right?
All right. Well, you open the
uh,
door, and the corridor is cleared except for one lone figure in his deer stalking cap.
Oh,
Yes.
homie.
Sherlock Homie takes off his cap, gives you a small bow, and says, "It seems that I have been elected the front person for the tenants of this great establishment, Mr. Pinball."
Please, Mr. Pinball was a 1987 arcade game. Please, just pinball.
Well, pinball. I can see by the sacks of beneath your eyes and how you're slouching that perhaps you did not get the best amount of sleep. Perhaps we can schedule a meeting at your earliest convenience. And might I say,
I just
that concealed weapon on your left is very nice, very nice.
Oh yes, Militech Arms Adventure.
Bother to conceal it?
Chamber to. Nothing is hidden from homie. You should know
Yes,
that.
nothing is hidden from homie.
But anyway, Militech's Arms Adventure, chambered 11mm, smart gun link and everything. Very keen eye. You have excellent taste, homie. But no, the bags.
As you know, pinball, the rents are due in a week. The tenants are very concerned about who they should pay and if there is in fact an increase. And we really need to get this straightened. Some of them are talking about getting a lawyer, which I did not recommend. I did remind everyone that you are highly armed. Yes, that was the verbiage I used. Yes.
Oh, you should say heavily armed.
Heavily. I'll take that under advisement.
All the guns are quite heavy after a while. But Goldie, do the bags under my eyes really stand out that much? Is it Marius aging me that far?
I don't look any more dead than you did a week ago.
Oh, well, yes. Well, Marius was talking about just getting his yellow belt a week ago.
Well, then can I count on a meeting, say Monday? Weekend's coming up. Monday, a fresh start? Pinball?
Homie, remind me what day today is.
Friday.
What did say you, Goldie? Is that a good idea? Monday? Will we have ducks in row on Monday?
Yeah, my schedule is open Monday morning. I got some press stuff Monday afternoon, but
well, as you know, when I'm on my projects, I sleep very little. Yes, the stimulus keep me going for quite a while, and I will be ready whenever you are. And I have took a liberty to here. I've condensed all the complaints and all of the repairs that the tenants are asking to be fixed. Here you go. I know that paper and pen is a little last century, but it's what I'm familiar with. Here you go. He just.
I was going to ask for this.
It's like a ream of paper that he just drops in your hand.
Have you? Okay. This is just verbal assessments.
Oh, well, in the particular codes that I was able to cite where these things need to be repaired and fixed, I take my job seriously, of course, Pinball. Being duly elected by the tenants, I wanted to make sure I was doing everything correct, and I do have quite the mind for the laws regarding these things.
You've confirmed all these things are accurate as well?
Oh yes. The prior landlord did very little to repair anything.
Yep. Uh-huh.
You'll see page 469. I went ahead and did just a rough estimate, Pinball, as to what the repairs might come to.
Why don't you just tell me?
By my estimations, about $250,000.
What's out of $1 million?
Well, that's just to get it up to code, of course. I mean, if you really wanted to make the place very nice and attract some more tenants, probably a full $1 million. But just the $250,000 to get it up to code.
And how
Or if
much
I might
for...
be so bold, for half of that, you could probably bribe a city official to get it passed. But
perfect. No. Okay. Homie, other than yourself, when you have the idea as a project, any of our attendants exceptionally skilled at repairs and basic construction?
No. Your tenants are kind of, well, that's why
Useless.
they're
Got
here.
it.
Pinball. That's why they're here.
Hey, you are here too. Do not look down on them so much. I am also here, and I get a great deal, mostly. And now I have a giant headache and 3-day bellyache, as this is no doubt giving me an ulcer. A cyber ulcer. A super ulcer from nanites, or I am sure.
Oh, well, Monday morning then.
Yes.
See you then.
Bye-bye, homie.
Michael, were you saying something to homie before he takes off?
10 o'clock-ish.
10 o'clock. Excellent.
Ish.
Yes. Well, of course. Ish. He stalks off.
I wait for him to be out of sight. Then I look at my non-existent watch and wait for me to hear the door close. Then I go back inside to the soundproofing room. I'm like, okay, so that was a lot of money he just quoted. So we are burning the building down, yes? No, we cannot do that.
The night market for not a whole lot.
Okay.
Yep. You might need to hire somebody that actually has some business or accounting acumen to tell you exactly what the insurance would do for you. It's fairly convoluted.
They just need to hand us money. Big money. All right. Sigh. I need to go sign up for some online courses. Maybe find an appropriate accounting video game. I'm sure there's some awful one named Excel Pro. That sounds likely. Maybe they
don't complete it till you've done it. Until you've finished it on Excel New Game Plus, then you're really good.
Excel New Game Plus. That sounds great. I just need to find an accountant that's a bad enough dude to save the president. And then I will be that dude.
There's that. So I'm going to do a cutscene as Marius has gone off to the dojo, which he now has a key for because he's supposed to do a good 6 hours of training before his classes start. And Marius, you go in, and according to Sensei, you should have the space to yourself this time of day. But there's somebody on the floor and like in a good cross-leg position, meditating over must be a burning candle. Is there some a little bit of smoke wafting up? Hey, that's Sensei. Maybe he's here to do some of his individualized training. I mean, it's out of schedule, and usually that's a 15% upcharge. But Sensei is here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Konnichiwa, Sensei. Oh, sorry, didn't see you meditating. I'll just wait. I'll
Yeah,
just
there's no response.
This must be what he wants me to learn today is meditation and how to be quiet. So I'm going to sit in front of him, cross-legged.
Oh, so you're going to go in front of him. Okay, so Marius, you go around, you sit cross-legged. It takes you a moment because you're wanting to make sure that you're doing this correctly. And of course, you've got bad hip flexation. By the time you get into correct position and you look up to find Sensei's smiling face, you notice that Sensei has sprouted a bullet hole in the middle of his forehead. And it wasn't the candle that was burning. It's the hole. Still seems to be burning a little bit of that old human flesh. Yeah.
Well, this
Cinnamon
is
boots upgrade.
It was one of Pinball's freebies. No.
Well, shit. Restart at white belt again now that he's dead. So,
Well,
You
apparently,
take his belt.
apparently he was going to jump you ahead because as he's here in the lotus position and his hands outstretched, there's a red belt, a brand new red belt, still in the package in his hand. Obviously, he was going to promote you.
and promote me to 10th degree black belt. Fantastic. So I'll just take that, stick it inside my jacket coat there. No one needs to know.
Mhm.
And it's still smoking. Is he still warm?
Give me a perception roll.
Where is that? Awareness?
Yeah, awareness. Sorry.
I'll probably learn this one of these years. For me, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's actually not bad. Since you were bringing to attention the fact that it's still smoking, it's smoking because he wasn't shot with a bullet in the forehead. That was a high-powered laser, and some of the flesh is still cooking off from it.
Oh, I'm definitely going to duck.
Okay.
I don't know if it's like behind or in front or I don't want to be in between. I didn't know there's a laser there. Those things shoot straight lines. I don't want to be in between it.
Yeah. Yes, you duck and roll as Sensei taught. And you do notice as you're doing this, Sensei was facing a window.
Okay. I'm going to
And
crawl.
the window is opened.
Like it was broken open or it was like.
No,
lifted
just
open
like
in
he
the air?
opened it to air the place out.
Okay. I'll go to the corner and I'll try and look around and see what I can see out there.
Well, it's just an alleyway between the dojo and the next building. The next building's a little bit taller. There is a window, not quite across, but kind of at an angle. But it's closed. This building is supposed to be unoccupied. Like it's got caution tape up saying that it's a condemned building, etc. You know that a lot of people use the place for like meetings, maybe doing drug dealings, but probably just trading cards. You're thinking, yeah, they just trade cards here.
Trade
That's
cards,
what they do.
Pokemon, yeah. I don't know why anyone would kill Sensei. He was a pretty good member of the community. I mean, I know he was a Tiger Claw, but you can't hold everything against him. I'm sure he did nothing wrong.
Mhm.
So this clearly was an accident and shouldn't have happened. But I'm not going to stand up or move away from cover.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna quickly. You know what? I'm gonna send Pinball a message and let him know the situation and say I need help. I'm out of my element.
Okay. Pinball, as you're getting that message, at the same time, Laszlo, you're climbing into your.
Sorry, can I message Laszlo too? This is he likes dead bodies.
Okay.
That's his job.
So this will happen before that. Laszlo, as you're climbing into your coffin, ready for a good night's sleep after having worked all night, picking up dead stiffs all over the city, you get a buzz on your phone from your work. They said it's emergency. We got 3 more dead bodies. I know you just got off shift, but we need you.
Send a message back. Will they still be dead in the morning or later on?
Well, they need us to move the bodies out because it's a crime scene. They can't wait.
On the way. Give me time, find coffee. Well,
Yep,
I don't know,
they
actually, do
said
we
the
take
wagon will
is
be
coffee
out.
the stimulant of choice in Cyberpunk? Should it be something else?
It's cheap.
Cocaine?
Actually, there you've got locally, you've got some people that do have beans. So you guys are flush. You probably have real beans, real coffee.
Oh,
But
beans.
no,
Yeah, that's what you spend your money on. Remember?
yeah,
Yeah, it's
Good number.
branded stuff. So
yeah.
Uh,
Well, anyway, your message says that the wagon will be out front in 10 minutes, and then
okay.
Marius's message comes across. What's your message say, Marius?
Sensei dead. I'll never get that orange belt now. Can you come help? I don't know what to do. Oh yeah, don't go into the alley. You might die.
What?
It's same
What is
message.
this?
Same message to both of them.
What is this? How does this man live? How did he get this far?
By not sticking my head up and looking into the alley. I'll send another message. You coming?
Laszlo, did you get this message? I see it sent to both of us.
Work called me in. Can you? Yeah.
That's
Deal with
great.
that
Can I
body?
join you at work? I would rather not have to go save.
If you really want, yes.
Oh, great. Let's go find some dead bodies. They're not sending us to the dojo, are they?
No.
They didn't mention it, so I think not. All right.
Let's text them back. Sorry, busy picking up dead bodies somewhere else.
Will he still be dead later?
Will he still be dead later?
Indeed.
I might be dead later. Who knows?
Oh,
I mean, after all, Sensei had great foo powers. Who knows?
well,
If he can't dodge a laser beam, then what hope do I have?
well, can you lock up building and wait several hours so nobody else is there? I mean, like, you got
I've
a
already
key,
paid
right?
for the time, so of course I can stay here for 6 more hours.
Well,
but-
no, I mean, you don't have to sit there with your sensei quietly meditating on death and whatever.
Oh, please let him sit there for several hours meditating on death.
You know what? I'll just text Nancy. It's like bat symbol to Nancy.
Yeah,
I was
where's your
wondering if
Nancy
you were-
now? Let's go pick up your stiffs, Laszlo. Let's see. What should I carry for this? I will get this submachine gun. This seems like a submachine gun day. Crusher, he's good.
Yeah, so
Avenger.
the body wagon comes by, and apparently this is bring your solo to work day as Laszlo and Pinball file into the meat wagon, and you're taking off. It's a crime scene, but they need the bodies removed as the bodies are taking up the public fountain in the Glen. Does anybody have like gang knowledge?
That would be local knowledge.
Local will work, but if you've got specifically gang knowledge,
That's
That isn't a default skill, I believe.
I mean,
it's not.
local expert, Night City.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
I mean
closest.
that's good enough. So if you've got that, go ahead.
nope, not these guys.
Yeah, I got some points in it.
I mean, I do
Many.
too, but I just did terrible.
Yeah. Okay,
Ah,
Laszlo. Okay, that's not bad. Just looking for a 10.
yes, it is.
You do recognize them as guys that hang out occasionally at the dojo of your friend Marius. They're not instructors there, but you're pretty sure they're connected to the gang that works out of that same dojo, the Tiger
Clearly,
Claws.
why I didn't recognize them. I disdain
Oh.
their business practices.
But bodies floating in the public fountains of the Glen. They've actually got sanitation out there because now they got to get everything out of the water and all this other stuff. So they're waiting for you to fish the bodies out. Take
These
them
people
away.
are so rude. People drink out of this.
Yeah, and it was nasty too. They were knifed to death. There's a lot of blood in the water.
I'm gonna send a message to Marius. that says, "Hey, my dead body's not your dead body."
Yay.
This might be a bigger problem than originally thought at your end.
So I'm gonna.
Possibly.
I'll text back like. So what do I do? I'm hiding in a corner. I don't want to get shot.
Well, did you buy that trauma team package yet?
I you know what? The pamphlet
Might want to get
is
on that.
in my cube. I just I haven't gone down to their kiosk to deposit the money yet.
Oh, well, how about you transfer me some money and I will come get you?
Oh, well, how much?
What seems reasonable to you? How much do you normally pay for one of your karate lessons?
Well, usually it's not always money. Sometimes it's other things that I don't want to talk about.
Oh my God. Dear God knows.
It's
You
what is
do
going on?
IT support for the dragon,
Yes,
the tiger
we'll call
claws?
We'll call it IT support and no more questions.
So while this is going on, Gold Siren, you are already awake. You're getting your coffee. You have you're just getting to that part after the third cup where you're starting to feel like you can talk to people when your agent calls. Goldie, glad that you're up and about. If you can flip on the old video, we got something to talk about. A little PR disaster, I'm afraid.
All right.
Oh, that's what you look like without the makeup. Okay. Goldie, look, hey, you know that that little piece that we did, that little slice of life thing we did last week, where you had that the farmer that was raising those that soybeans, and we really did a great deal of product placement with that one. Turns out that the soybeans were tainted, and it killed like 5 people, including a few kids, and might have some other folks in the hospital. So it's a little bit of a PR nightmare right now. We're doing the best as we can to separate the Gold Siren property from the farmer. But really, it was just some really unfortunate placing and timing. We just thought you should know about it in case any lawyers start, trying to, I don't know, indict you. We might have insinuated that you had some kind of, fiduciary thing going on with the farmer. Yeah, just thought I'd let you know. Have a great day.
Just a couple steps.
Yeah, he's off. He's off.
Blame the corpse. That's Corp House. And the third one that I'll remember after this cup of coffee.
Yes.
Siren would like to go to the dojo. Having
Okay.
All
right. Yeah, you didn't get the text, so
they were talking about it in the room.
Oh yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. That's true.
I was like, any excuse not to go to this dojo.
If you believe that's enough noise to wake up Rackham and you want to join in, Jameis, you're welcome to do so.
I'll send a notification to Rackham. Elena.
Welcome.
Just so when she wakes up, she'll know where we are.
Yeah. Because one thing that Elena has is that she's got a backdoor key to open up the back door of the club, so you can get in the dojo from the via the back. Because of that whole
front door keys, I'm not too weird now.
Military key stuff, she can get us in, she can get you guys in the back. The other thought that I had was that rig up a very simple smoke grenade, so that if there are any lasers shooting through, they're just going to light up the smoke. Not a smoke grenade in terms of, but just a smoke grenade in terms of.
Sure. So you can see. Yeah, so you can see any ambient light that might be in a band that you can't see.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, you've got various aerosols around. We say you just take a few moments to throw that together. So you guys show up at the dojo where Marius is still like doing the doing the crawl so that he's not exposing himself to the window.
Yep. Hiding
And clutched
behind
in his
every pillar.
hand is a brand spanking new red belt, still in the packaging.
Hey guys, nice of you to be here. You might want to get on the ground because there seems to be a laser shooting holes in people's heads.
Fun.
Laszlo, your job's back there.
Is the sensei wearing his
Laszlo's
gi?
Sorry, say that again, Michael.
Is the sensei wearing his gi?
Yes, he is.
Marius, where does he keep his regular clothes?
Probably in his office.
Can you get in?
Well, I'm not allowed. Since he hasn't
Well,
given
I
me permission.
think he'd appreciate us checking out to see what got him killed. So that's
All right, well, I'll
very
crawl.
personal effects.
I'll crawl on the floor towards the door.
Okay.
Karen's just walking around. She's not at all worried.
You hadn't looked at it before, but his office door is just slightly ajar.
I'll push it open and crawl in.
Okay.
Is there any? I've never been in here. Is there any windows in here, or is it fully sealed?
There's a
off?
small, like, half window, which he's got like a fan shoved in to just kind of air the place out. He's old school. He has got like a lot of filing cabinets, and he actually still uses paper and pen. So his desk is just covered with stuff that he's been taking notes on. One of it is like one of these ledger sheets where the top of it just says it's Marius, and he's just taking all these notes about how much money he's bilked out of you.
See, look, I practice hard. Look at this, and this is, I'm willing to stand up since I'm in here, as long as I'm not within view of the windows.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, Here you go. Here's the office. It feels wrong being in here. What are you looking for?
His street clothes are actually there's like a coat hanger. His street clothes are just kind of draped over it.
All right, Goldie, it's all yours.
We stopped using that nickname.
Oh, sorry. It's the stress, the situation.
All right. Well, he is doing that. Elena, did you come with us? Elena?
Jameis, you there?
What was that?
Yeah. Did you come along? Did you get up?
Yeah. I'm there.
All right, so you're there as well.
Laser pass?
Yep.
Yeah, you spray the aerosol around. Nothing currently.
All right. She's going to take out one of her laser show things and line it up with the hole in the head. And
Okay.
do a straight forward and straight back and see where its angle says it's coming from.
Sure. Yeah, it goes right through the window. It angles right up out to the alley and right to the window on the opposite side. Perfect angle if someone had opened that window. Window's closed on that side right now. That's perfect angle.
Makes sense. All right. Searching Sensei's belongings for a home address.
Okay, so you're searching the desk. Is anyone else searching the desk? Or what's everyone else doing in the room? I should ask.
I'm going through his collection of belts and just kind of taking one of everything.
I'll have a quick look through the business stuff to see if there's any other thing going on there.
All right. Well, yeah, you can give me either an accounting or a business roll on that. Give me an awareness roll for Gold Siren. And
wow, I think it's just huge brain guns.
Marius, do you suspect that something must be going on? Because you clearly remember the 55 cred upcharge on the last belt that you got, but these belts all have plastic wrap where they clearly say made in Taiwan $9.99 on the belts. I mean, there must be something just insidious going on here.
Clearly, the shipping charges are astronomical these days.
No. They use those basic belts for everyone else, but for you, they're artisanal belts that get special.
Oh, it does feel pretty cool. And I'll start playing with my yellow belt there, and I'm like, oh, look, the paint's coming off.
Okay. Michael, Gold Siren comes across. You're looking through his desk, and you do happen to find his assistant. And he left it opened, so you don't have to put in the password or anything. And there was a message that came through about 2 hours ago, where a mom had stated that she heard that she could pay to have her kid's belt be given outside of the normal promotional method. And there was a transfer of 1,000 credits to him if her kid could receive the red belt, because it was really important to the kid. His birthday was today. It had to be this morning.
Okay, somebody said no.
All right,
Oh,
so
wait,
what
I
you
don't know if it
find?
was in, I don't know if the red belt was in his hands.
Right.
Hey, Marius,
Hello.
does your sensei often meditate with his arms held out like this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So that's a standard form for you guys. I don't do this stuff.
Well, no, he generally doesn't. We're supposed to hold our hands down in a relaxed position.
Looking down
So,
at the
it-
red belt, you still got clutch to you.
oh, you see that, do you? Oh,
Yeah, it's sticking out the back
I'll,
of the
I'll
little bit.
fish out. You mean this red belt? And I'll hand it.
Yeah,
I'll
that
hand it
red
to
belt.
you. Yeah, here you go. Is this what you're looking for?
You get it off of the dead body?
I was just holding it for him.
Yeah, I don't care. Goes back to you.
I'll just put it back in my coat.
Can you figure anything about who sent this message? Show him the one about the ceremony.
This is a paper message, right?
Nope. This
Oh,
is on
yeah.
his. Yeah,
Oh, I'm
his-
sorry.
Agent.
I could. Well, maybe I could hack into the agent. I'm sure
Agent's
karate
open.
instructor doesn't have a lot of security in an agent. I mean, he's a retired Tiger Claw, so I'll jack into the agent. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Did someone send a message to set him up, or was it completely coincidental?
Yeah. Well, go ahead, and he left it open, so there's no gate to get through. So you're
okay.
you're going to analyze just the information that's coming through. So just give me your roll ability.
Okay. And that's why I want to hire a netrunner.
Wow. As far as you can tell, it's legitimate. I mean, the message came from the address that it says it came from. As far as you can tell.
Okay.
It was
Wait,
the
kid could be an
DVs
assistant.
and net running are lower than normal.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, all right. I don't see
As
anything.
far as you can tell, it
wrong.
looks legitimate. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you got a better netrunner around here, and I look around and I'm like, I don't think there.
Oh, I will give you one thing though. You recognize the name. You hate this kid. You hate this kid.
Oh,
Absolutely hate this kid. This is Kyle Murphy, and Kyle is so much better than you. He's like 12,
yeah.
and he was already going to get his red belt.
He's
You're
so
pretty sure it's
arrogant.
because his mom is, she's really attractive and might have been like dating Sensei. You're guessing. There's no reason the kid should have been, that proficient. Maybe he was getting extra lessons or something. But you really hate Kyle.
Yeah, I don't know how he's getting extra lessons because I was here all the time. But this
And if
kid,
truth be told, when you sparred with Kyle hits really hard, and you don't like that.
yeah, I think he's using some sort of cyberware to enhance his abilities, which is totally not allowed ethically in the dojo. So I don't like him. I want to buy his building and blow it up.
See, now you're thinking with money.
Wait, I wonder if I can buy this dojo and then deny him his belt. Oh, the plans they're coming together quickly. Well, I'm out of plans now.
Yep. Jameis, what is Elena doing?
As I'm looking over the paperwork, but is that all I've found in terms of just seeing if there's anything else suspicious going
Oh,
on?
what did you roll
I
in
assume.
your business check? Sorry.
Huge.
Oh, wow. Well. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, obviously, along with the spreadsheet, the paper spreadsheet that's showing all the stuff that he's charging Marius, coincides really well with this mountain of debt and this new boat that he's trying to buy. As he's needing to make these boat payments, he keeps charging Marius on the same month, equivalent amount for various things. But other than that, yeah, that's a great role, by the way. Forensic accounting, basically. This is definitely this is a money laundry. The dojo is a money laundry. Yeah, so you're seeing the double bookkeeping. You're seeing that they get infusions of cash basically once every 3 months that are spent on various necessary running expenses on the dojo, quote unquote. Yeah.
Can we take it over? Well,
I think it's not like a huge secret that the dojo has ties with the gang. The Tiger Claws.
I think most of the places around us have got different ties with different gangs.
Yeah.
Both got a different gang tied to it.
But this is the legitimate operation that the gang uses to launder money.
I should probably let the gang know that there's a new opening. Several, many kinds, you know.
Okay, there's that. Pinball and Laszlo, you have picked the bodies up out of the fountain. Who was it, Laszlo, that you figured out they were from the particular gang?
Yep.
They were cut, and not just once. It looks like they were in a knife fight, is what it looks like. You don't see any weapons on them, but you see defensive wounds on their hands, several shallow cuts to the body. But what killed them were the lacerations to the throat. They bled out, and they were just pushed into the fountain.
Well, I mean, does it look like conventional weapons? It's not like the things in the arms, the cyber blades.
You can make me a roll on
Rippers
that.
or revolvers?
Mantis blades, that's what they're called, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. I mean, what do you want for that?
It's essentially you're doing forensics on it, but so it'd be your roll skill, I would imagine. Your medicine.
Yeah, I don't have any. Yeah, I don't see any forensic skill that I took. It's all right. No, medtech is using the medical technology.
Yeah, and you would be doing things like checking the wound depth, checking the length of the wound, stuff like that.
Right, but I've got. All right, well, I'll roll that, but I don't think that's.
Oh,
right.
wow.
But anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Is that good enough for you? I think that's the highest.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good.
32. Yeah, that's the best I can possibly roll.
Yeah, there's not any real way to tell if they were like a cyber blade or a conventional dagger or knife, but you do actually find some material in the wounds that you're able to pull out. Some metal. The blades must have shed, hit on bone, etc. And you pull some of that out. You can tell though that it wasn't the same person that killed all of these bodies. Like you can clearly tell by the shallowness of certain cuts and the depths of certain other ones. It was more than one blade that was used, likely more than one attacker, maybe one attacker with multiple blades. Your guess though is that the blade is long and sharp. Maybe a sword, maybe just an exceptionally long knife.
Okay.
If you got the weapon in question, you could match it to the wounds, but you've kind of just have half the picture.
Okay. Wow. This is interesting. Oh, I mean, I will note it down for the report, but I will also be. I guess I will be sending out. Hey, look out for knives as well to Marius.
Okay. Pinball.
And I guess I will, ask around the people. Hey, Are there more dead bodies around as well? Because this seems like they're taking out a gang.
Nothing. Well, you're talking to your driver, who's basically plugged into like their agenda for the day. Nothing else showing up. There's a couple more bodies on the upper north side, but it's out of your kind of area.
Okay.
And you don't get access to police reports, so like you have no idea like if the police talk to anyone or cameras or anything like that. You're just here to pick up bodies.
Oh, well, I've done that.
Pinball, anything? So you're here at this crime scene.
Well, pinball does what pinball does best, which is honestly not always shooting people. It's looking for other people trying to shoot him, maybe. Basically, he's looking for the looky-loos that are, arsonists always go back to witness their crimes or watch their crimes.
Okay.
Maybe there's a killer in the crowd.
Give me a awareness check, or if you've got like human perception.
I have perception.
Mhm.
I have perception, particularly with threats detection.
It's not that specific, but
With
the roll
threat,
is still good. Yeah, the roll
with
is still
threat
good.
23, without 19.
Let me just check something here real quick. Okay. The only thing that stands out is that there's a guy kind of walking up and down the streets. You've seen him do it more than once. He seems to be looking for something. He's going to several cars that are all kind of the same color, this kind of muddy brown. And you can tell that he's either at the I got really drunk last night and I'm having a bad morning, or he's drunk right now.
Police still at the scene because
They're waiting for you to finish up. Scene's been taped off, but they're just kind of casually hanging around, drinking coffee. They're not paying any attention to this guy.
I'd be like, as we load up the last guy with Laszlo, I'm like, hey, buddy, pal, cop guy.
Yeah, you about done, buddy?
I think so. What about that guy over there? He's been going back and forth. Looky Lou?
He's not dead. I don't know. What? Something else?
Police officer looks over and just shrugs.
He's walked by 3 times now.
Yeah, well, he came by after we settled the scene. What of it?
Do the gang have identifiable tattoos
No.
or anything?
No. You knew them
All right,
because
so
you've
we
seen
couldn't-
their faces around the dojo.
Right, so we couldn't identify whether he's a member of the gang
Mhm.
just by he was walking past.
Yeah. Mind if I go talk to him then?
He might be a witness.
It's a pseudo-free country. Have at it.
All right. I love my pseudo freedom.
Oh, that's great.
All right.
The guy is not drunk as you're coming up. He is, however, nursing what must be the mother of all headaches as he's clutching his head. You can see every once in a while he shakes out one of these pills to his hands, which is like the morning after thing to cure headaches. He's just shoving them into his mouth and dry swallowing. And he's going around. It's a car beeper. And he's going up to all these cars that look about the same in these crappy brown colors. And he keeps pushing a button. He walks up to the next one, does the same thing. Huh? Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Yeah. How you doing? I go beep beep as I mimic a car unlocking sound.
He gets a smile on his face for a minute and he turns. It's like, it's you. Man.
And I don't recognize this guy now that I've got a better look at him.
No. So the area you're in, the Glens, this is an okay area. Like there's some new establishments here that are doing quite well. It's not like a really expensive neighborhood, but it's trending that way folks are doing well enough that they're starting to hire actual guards. You've got a combat zone off to one end, but then you've got, the downtown Night City to the other end. It's starting to become a thing. Some of the new hot clubs are here. As a matter of fact, Club 82 is probably where the guy just wandered out of. They're just closing down.
You are lost, buddy?
I ain't lost. I know exactly where I am. And he looks up at the street signs. 18th. What I don't know is where the hell my car is.
So, some gangers just got sliced and diced over there. Maybe they stole it.
How's a dead person going to drive my car?
Hey, they stole it before they got sliced and diced. Someone saw your car being stolen and say, hey, that's not right. Sliced and diced them.
No,
And then stole their car.
I just can't remember where I parked. It's got to be here somewhere. Man, why did shit brown have to be the color this season? Every damn car here is shit brown.
It
Goes to the next car. He looks through the window for a minute, pushes the button.
What kind of car is it besides shit brown?
Just like this, man. It's compact.
You don't know your name of the car brand you have?
It's hell, I don't know. They're all the same. They all come out of the same damn factory anymore. It's one of these, and he kicks the tires, and it sets off the alarm of the car.
Not that one.
No, he's trying his key fob. Not this one. Look, I parked here last night. We had a mad party going on. Just came out. I just want to go home. Home, man.
Oh, mad party? Who was throwing?
It's over there, man, at the 82.
All right. Sure you didn't park in parking garage or something?
No. I mean, they charge for that. No. I just parked on the street. Man, I could have swore I parked right over by that fountain over there.
Yeah, that's where we found the guys.
Oh. Maybe I had to go talk to the police?
Yeah, go talk to the police. Maybe they stole your car to get away. Who knows?
Well, I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're underfunded and all.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the cops killed them and stole your car to get away.
He goes over. He talks to the same cop you do, who looks very bored and disinterested. But he does take the guy's description of his car, the number, around the time he thought he parked, etc.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Laszlo, since we're here, you want to get some breakfast at Club 82?
Oh, they just closed, man. they were going hard all night. They just closed their doors.
Oh, man. See, that's going to stop me. We want the good breakfast.
So you want to go to a club?
Yeah. We are very popular and have all the smoothest of moves.
For breakfast?
Sure, because we are that cool.
I mean, I wipe some of the blood off on my jacket. Yes, coolest of cool.
Man, we are so cool.
Okay.
I mean, who else has giant bird statue in living room?
Well, you're the meat wagon driver. They had to have a tech on site to actually move the bodies out, but they don't need you now, so they could drop you off here. You just got to find a way to get back home. But he's got to take the bodies in.
Do you want to go in here, given that we know what is going on elsewhere? Is it important? Do you think it is important?
I was just trying to not go to Maris's dojo at all possible.
Well,
I mean, anything to not go there. My God, man. I could be teaching him real martial arts and, save him money, but for some reason he has it in his head that, karate is good or something.
It's a way of life. Thank you.
Marius, where did he come from?
If we go to his dojo, you can point out the differences between, you and his teacher in that you are alive and do not have a hole in your head, and you know you will not completely overcharge him for teaching him martial arts. Maybe he'll.
I don't know. Marius probably thinks the hole in his head is a feature.
Obviously, his sensei has opened his third eye.
You pay extra for that one.
Mhm.
That's a lesson I haven't quite gotten to yet.
Michael, you
the
got something?
last lesson you will ever learn.
So 40 will contact Pinball and
Mhm.
Siren will contact Pinball and Laszlo. And then know we're about to search the building next door where we believe the death laser came from. Another
Oh,
one.
no.
40 was your name before you got contracts.
Exactly.
Oh no! Now Gold, Siren, and Helena have gotten wrapped up into the shenanigans at the dojo. I suppose we should look out for them. I guess. I mean, if they do kick it, that's one less owner of the building, right?
It depends on what the wills say. It's possible we should get there and get them to sign wills immediately. Passing over.
Just checking. The
Mhm.
apartment that the shot probably came from. It's not our apartment, is it?
No.
Okay.
The
I
dojo's
just- I-
not in
I
the
don't-
yeah.
Good,
The
good
dojo's
I
checking.
know
not in
because
the
it's in
same
quite a
city
small
block.
area.
Here,
I thought it
let me-
was because we got city map.
let me
that
put
we
our
have
thing
from.
down here. Give me a
We
second.
do, but I think it's
Yeah.
across the block or something.
Think back, Pinball. Were you cleaning a laser gun this morning and it accidentally went off?
You know, it's like I've always been thinking about the lasers, but other than as they're for weak sauce. They run on batteries. Everybody knows chemical accelerants are much better, unless you do orbital. Then orbital
No,
batteries are
This
super great.
was the street roller vendor was that party was not that one. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to find my my board that we had all that stuff on, and I'm not seeing it. What did I delete it?
Did
Why would you
delete
do
it?
That would
that?
suck.
It was one of the
Huh.
generic maps that we just drew stuff on. There's no-
Yeah. I'm cycling through them, and I'm not. Wonder if Roll20 lost my.
Yep, roll 20s, folks. Definitely
Yeah,
blame them.
obviously Roll20. But anyway,
Well, I
from
thought
what I
the
remember, it's
buildings
not.
Buildings are all close. They're close. There was also like the block that we were in.
Mhm.
Ish.
We'll have to
Yeah.
redo it, I guess.
I've got
Yeah.
it saved as a JPEG somewhere, but I was just hoping to find it on my screen. But
Yeah.
it's close, but it's not in the same. It's not in the same city block.
All right.
Yeah, the apartment that window is in is apparently it's condemned, like it's not structurally sound. But a lot of people kind of hang out there. They can't afford places to live or trading cards. Yes, they trade cards there, Marius. Nice, wholesome activities go on.
Always been mean to get into trading cards. It sounds like a fun pastime.
All right, let's roll up in the
Let's get in our
dojo.
convenient
Let's get it
position.
over with. We'll come back to the club later when it's open, maybe.
Sure. So you guys catch a cab to the dojo.
I mean, I was just at that club like 2 days ago, but they know me here. I spent money. I will get
Yeah.
you drunk some other time, Laszlo, when and not answer your phone for you.
All right, you guys are all finally together in the same place in the dojo.
All right. Dojo guy still there? He's still dead?
Yeah, no one's called it in. No one's called the
Would
police
you like
yet.
to call the police, maybe?
I advise we do not do that.
Okay, what is your advice then? Call the Tiger Claws?
No, I don't want to do that either.
Now look to the
Exactly
vendor
what
that
do
has
you want to do? Do you want to
100%
leave?
not human meat.
Guaranteed
We want to
non-human.
stash the body for a little bit because we don't want a lot of attention brought to our neighborhood.
Well, I know a restaurant we can take bodies to.
No, you don't.
So you're
Ollivander
thinking,
kind of destroyed that one.
Oh,
That was the opening.
well, I didn't remember the restaurant being destroyed. Okay.
No, that whole block got destroyed.
The whole block, okay.
Just to
Yeah.
double check, there was no evidence that that restaurant was owned by these Tiger Claw people, right?
Or that the bodies made its way into the food supply.
Not that you know, but
The best we got was BioStar, Biotechnic, I believe.
they own the building. Yeah, they own the building, but you have no idea about if there's gang involvement.
I'm just checking it's not Ollivander, taking them all out one at a time.
From beyond the grave.
I don't know. We don't know he's dead. I mean, they declared his daughter dead, but we know she was dead before she was dead. So for all we know, he's alive now that he's dead.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted to bring you along to check, after you had a good night's sleep. I didn't want to disturb you. I wanted to bring you along to the morgue to see if they at least had his body. People can fake their deaths. I mean, that's just
Hello.
basic tax practices.
Hello, I am random. Well, I guess I'm not the random person who would go into morgue to check person is dead. I am legally associated with person and am a beneficiary of his will. I wish to check he is dead. Please, I will not interfere with
Also,
body.
doctor.
I'm definitely not covering up on crime to get the building I live in. No.
can we check out the building next door?
Nobody's
Yeah,
checked
hey.
it out yet.
Fine.
All right.
It's easier to
Awesome.
deal with than dead
If
people.
anybody suspects the body, you won't do it, but I think we know how he died.
Oh yeah.
Let's call the people because, hey, guess what? There were like 3 more Tiger Claw people dead. Hey, Marius, congratulations. You're moving up in the rankings.
Woohoo! And I reach into my jacket and I pull out like a blue belt and start putting it on. All right, this is better than paying my way up or trying hard.
Yes, why did you not try this to begin with? Oh dear.
So you guys are going to go into the condemned building next door.
Yep.
Weapons
Okay.
drawn.
I first
yeah.
take note of the boat details so I can take over the ownership of it later on.
Why doesn't everybody go ahead and give me awareness checks?
I'm taking a sword
Because we
off the
don't
wall.
have any points in it. That's why we don't give you two. Perception.
What are
Yeah,
you
Marius,
talking
you take a
about?
sword off the wall,
great
but of
at
course, because there's
Not bad.
children in the dojo, it's obviously a fake, and the edge has been ground down, so there's no edge on it.
That's okay. I don't notice, and no one else will when I'm trying to hit them with it. If I use enough strength, it'll go through them.
There is that.
Or so I think. Wow, my rolls are just...
As usual.
Yeah.
Well, everybody notices building was condemned by the city, chained and padlocked, and the doors had been boarded so that it's not easy to get in. You know that most of the people that use the building just go in through a window. But looking at it, you guys can all see that the padlock on the chain is new. The chain itself is old and just rusty, but there's a new padlock been put on it. And the boards look like they've been nailed across the frame and across the door, but they're not. They're just there to make it look like it's still been all boarded up.
So, police don't really come around this neighborhood, right?
I mean, the response time is really slow. They will, but it's really slow.
All right. Marius, you have to deal with bribing police if they show up with us investigating their crime scene. I mean, this is kind of police matter, is it not?
Yeah, okay. And I'll take the sword and I'll stick it in my belt and I'll stand there. Not looking like someone's going to shoot or expecting someone to shoot me because I've got a sword here.
And you've got your gi on too, because you expected to come in to do your katas and everything.
Exactly. Yeah. I have total valid reason for being here. Please don't shoot me.
I have pinballs.
Can I have a look at that sword briefly?
Nope. Yeah, sure. It's not very sharp, so here you go.
It's not the weapon which killed them all off, is it?
It has no edge at all to it.
Yeah, I heard that, but I mean, if you apply enough force, you can still kill someone with a.
No, those were very sharp wounds. Whatever the instrument was very sharp.
Oh, very nice. I like this. Here, I'm back now.
Awesome.
If you want, you can borrow the one I have left at home. I brought a stun baton instead. Elena, I've been meaning to ask, can you make that stun baton collapsible? No, later?
Actually,
okay.
I'm going to give you this to you, Laszlo, because I did ask everyone to make an awareness check. You rolled a 19. It quite obviously was not this blade. But now that you're considering it, that blade length of what kind of cut it could make on a stroke, that's pretty darn close.
My sword was still at home when I left it, right?
Yes. This was not one of Pinball's freebies.
And you definitely weren't cleaning your laser rifle this morning,
I
right?
do not have a laser rifle, I tell you. Battery packs. Low penetration between materials.
I look at the other three people and wonder which of them is framing Pinball here to get his fifth of the building.
Mono edge blades are a thing in Cyberpunk, Jameis, but they're not common and they're also really unreliable.
Well, relatively unreliable.
But it was a
just when
conventional. It was a conventional blade. Wasn't a molecule thin blade that did the cuts.
It's just monoblades, when they fail, they shatter. That's all. Otherwise, they're very reliable. So anyway, all right, I will go. I suppose it is I that am going in first.
I got your back.
Well, you told me to stand here and wait for the cops, so.
As we go in,
To bribe them. Have you prepared your bribery money?
No, I don't. I didn't bring my coin purse with the ski.
Hey.
I have no money on me.
Besides, I have expect to find Nancy in here. Well, actually, I.
Oh well, I
very
want to go
much-
in then.
Oh, go right
it's
ahead.
gotta be Clever and Nancy.
Michael, what's Gold Siren doing?
I said, while
You're
we're
about-
going in, she's gonna message the ganger she went on a date with and make sure that, because they're a Japanese gang, and make sure that they're not related to this. Which is to say, do I need to look the other way?
Okay. You get a message back pretty quick. New phone. Who's this? So they're live anyway. So yeah, you start your communications. Sounds like Pinball. So first of all, there's a new padlock on the chains, and it is locked. How are you wanting to get into the building?
The window, like everybody else.
Yeah, you go over to the window. The sills, it wouldn't really matter if it was opened or not because the panes have all been smashed. There's enough room that you slide in. It's dark in there because supposedly the electricity is cut off, but some of the people have kind of wired in city electric just enough that they can turn lights on and such. But you slip into the window. Who is around? So Pinball goes in through the window. Gold, you're like right behind him as you're talking on your device. Is everybody else at the front? Where's everyone else?
Yeah, I think we're lingering or malingering. Take the pick.
Okay, in which case we'll finish tonight's episode with Pinball sliding in through the window. You get your left leg down. The floor is a little bit lower than you expect, but you push on through. Your foot makes contact with the ground, and there's a distinctive click.
Hey,
As you've just activated a pressure plate of some sort. And we will cut the scene there.
Perfect. It is the click of broken glass.
No, it is definitely the click of you making a solid connection with something.
But not another
Yeah.
fracture note. I can't afford my face to get messed up. Good for you.
Right. Yeah, because the GM wouldn't ask exactly where everyone was around in relation to pinball for no reason. I mean,
Oh,
Sorry,
we
no
got
reason.
a map.
for the last brag.
Right. So we'll end it there. Richard, you playing any games lately on your own stream?
I haven't, but I really should. So, and if you want to, you can see me play video games badly here on Twitch at LMTDTMFFR, or say it with me now.
Limited time
offer.
No vowels?
No vowels.
Yep. Perfect. Harmonies.
Jameis, your blog has recently featured some of your trip to Fiji.
Yes. So I've got some movies and then my trip to Fiji. There'll be other movies on there, but yeah, I got a link to my album where I just randomly took shots of Fiji and it was very wet.
There we go. And I believe the rest of the cast are internet black holes that have no other social media they'd like to link to. Although I would like to say that Kelly has been started a Blade Runner game, which I really like it. The Blade Runner system itself is really interesting. It reminds me of the Heroic Cthulhu games. If you guys, well, we didn't put it out for anyone to know, but Richard and Jameis. So part of the Blade Runner game is that your characters or the players are invited to look at a picture and decide from that picture what they're investigating. And if you harken back to the days of Logan where they had the picture of the deflated big balloon thing, and that's where you look for the bullet, they had that in this introductory module for Blade Runner, except it was a mirror, not an inflatable. But I liked it. I had a lot of fun with it, and hopefully we're getting back to that soon, Kelly.
Yeah, March, I think, 7th.
If you want to do a picture mod for us in this game, you know, feel free to do it all the way.
Yeah, it would require the GM to have more time than he's got, but it is a cool thing. I do like it. But those of you who joined us tonight or catch the VODs later, thank you very much. Please check out our social media links. It can all be found at BlueMagic, BLUMAGIK.com, as well as the podcast. 14 years. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there. Go there. Say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Later,